Ernest sitting here talking, and we're just talking on the topic of being in your body and being in your heart. You assume that you're able to make your arms, legs move, your head move, and your mouth move, that it's you in your body. But that does not mean that it's you in your body. Spirit is in you, which allows you to be animated and have those movements. So as long as breath is in your body, you can do those things. Unless something medical happens and it takes away your ability to do these things. My point in saying this is, if we are a full universe and if we have 7 different bodies, then that means that things can happen that'll rattle you and shake you out of one of those bodies. So let's just say you went through something physical. I'm a perfect example. I had an amount of physical trauma and pain to where it made me leave my body. I flatlined. I died. And it was because the amount of physical pain was more than what my soul was able to bear. And so my soul allowed me to fragment myself and detach from my physical body, and which is what saved my life. If I would have stayed in my physical body and tried to bear that amount of pain, it probably would have caused me to go into cardiac arrest and die. So this is how I was saved. So I'm not saying that this is always a negative thing if you are not in your body, or if any of your 7 bodies are not attached. So if you're going through something, maybe that's emotionally been really draining you, your emotional body is probably out in the astral. It's not with you. You're not grounded. This is what it means to be grounded. Grounding is not something just for your physical body. Grounding is something that is for all 7 of your bodies. So if you're going through something that is emotionally overwhelming, the way that we survive is that we detach from that thing that is causing pain. So this is why you will become emotionally numb. And some of us had emotional things happen to us, and because we were not aware of our own spiritual anatomy and the makeup of our energetic body, we didn't know that I need to go back and pull that part of myself back into myself. I'm not able to be loving and compassionate because I separated myself from my emotional body because I was hurt. So I can pretend, or I can simulate, I can emulate the function of being a loving, compassionate person, but it's not authentic. So we have to practice grounding ourselves in our body, all parts of ourselves. So this means cleaning your aura. Yes, spiritual hygiene. Cleaning your aura is important, but this also means that you must monitor your thoughts. This is how you know if a part of you is not grounded in yourself, in your I am, in your present being. Okay, so what you would do to get yourself back in your body after you've listened to your thoughts and you're noticing you're emotionally numb, or you're mentally disturbed, you're distraught, you've never really reset your auric field, your energetic field, you never did call your body back to yourself. I would highly recommend one of the most simple techniques that I have learned from Miss Blue, which is to say your name over and over again out loud until you feel energy moving through your body, until you feel vibration in your body. This is going to help you to call those fragmented parts of yourself back into your I am present being, so that you're not walking around compartmentalized, so that you're not walking around trying to experience life as a fragmented person. Okay, so this is what it means to heal core wounds and to get back to yourself, get back to who you were before these things that took place in your life that caused this. Some of us need to do some work on our pain body. I'm one of those people. As I'm healing my emotional body, my pain body will begin to resolve itself of a lot of trauma that I have experienced. So doing that will help ground you, what Miss Blue recommended. Of course, using anything from the earth, crystals, natures, working with plants, singing and talking to trees, feeding trees, hugging trees, walking barefoot outside, bathing with your crystals. All of these things will help you to be whole, to be able to be in your body. Okay, another thing that you must do, you must do, you must not ever wake up in the morning and don't have intentions for that day. If you are not doing that, you are allowing yourself, we are walking portals. So if you're not doing that, you are allowing any of your 7 bodies to be hijacked by any energy that sees fit, because you did not set an intention for what your soul was going to experience that day. Now, this does not mean if you, maybe you didn't set an intention to pick up your child early from school because they got sick. Well, this doesn't mean you're going to get hijacked in the process of that. So you don't have to be OCD with it in every little bitty detail, but you have to set main intentions so that you are able to stay on that path. So even though things that you are not expecting to happen may happen, ultimately you still have an intent set on what you're going to get accomplished that day. So this will also help you to be in your body and to get other energies that you have not invited into your body out of your energetic field. I've been working with Isis, so I have been inviting her energy into my body to help me with life experience and to experience life. But if you have not invited an energy into your body to assist you, then you definitely want to rid yourself of these energies that do not belong there, that are using you. That is using your mouth to say things that is going to cause damage in your relationship. Like, energies do that. Energies don't have a moral compass. They don't have a compass of morality that determines what they do. So all of these things will help you to make sure you are in your body. Okay, so this is why people get walk-ins, other entities that walk into their body and experience life as them, and they have to go to somebody like Alba Wyman or what's the other girl name that do the hypnosis? Arizona something, I can't remember, but they have to go to a hypnotherapist. Alba Wyman calls her technique the forgiveness technique. You can go and watch those and see how she's able to pull forward all of these different energies, entities, and even dead ancestors, dead relatives sometimes take up space within your body and experience life through you. Okay. A lot of us picked up walk-ins as children when we were sad and alone and by ourselves. When you're in that low vibrational energies can come into you. And when you listen to Alba Wyman sessions, you will see that a lot of the things that are speaking, that she's channeling and calling up to speak through them, a lot of them got in when they were young, when they were children, when they were teenagers, when they were babies. And they really feel that they come to help you. Some of them feel like they come to help you. And they'll say, well, I came to help her. She was abused and she needed a friend. And so I came into her body and used her body to protect her. And this manifests as a defense mechanism. This manifests as this whole other personality you got that ain't really you. It's whatever that entity was that got inside of you at that time. And it is something that can be used for survival. But as we are going up in our consciousness and dimensions, we're having to shed those things we've been using for survival so that on a collective level, humanity can begin to thrive. When you're not in your body and you're in a relationship with somebody, because you've been running from yourself, running from your issues, running from your shadows, not facing your demons, projecting, blaming, anything that you can do to protect this avatar false self that you have needed to exist. Well, your spouse, your partner is actually in a relationship with someone else than the person that they chose to be with, because you are not yourself. So this is why we say things like, I ain't been myself lately. I ain't been feeling like myself. That's because there's another energy that has taken up domain in you and is using your body to experience life the way it wants to. And so, I could figure out why I'm not a cold person. I'm a pretty warm, loving person. But it's like this force field been in between us where I can't merge my energetic field with his. I can't merge my heart with his. Even if I try to force it, he going the opposite direction. No matter what I do, he's moving in the opposite direction. And so, I'm definitely not going to want to be comfortable having certain conversations with you because you ain't you. You're definitely not going to want to have physical intimacy with them because they're not them. And I've never heard anybody in the metaphysical community speak on this before. So I have to give credit to my goddesses for this information that is coming forward. I'm actually trying to cook Sunday dinner early so I can get off my feet and rest a little while because I spend so many hours working and stuff. But as I said, I asked Isis to help me, and Isis helps with transformation. So I have to give credit to her for this information. So if you have been having issues in any of these parts of your life, maybe even something I hadn't mentioned, you can use this blue technique. You can watch Albert Wyman sessions. And for someone to help you regain your sense of self, because sometimes after a while you've been separated from your body, separated from certain emotions, separated from certain feelings, you ignore certain events that happen to you. You don't go back and re-script those events, like just avoiding, being dismissive to yourself, abandoning yourself, neglecting yourself, not loving yourself. When you've been doing it for so long, you think it's you. You lose a sense of self. So you'll start feeling lost, but you don't know what to do to get back. And it's because you've been lost for so long. And so what you have to do is you have to use these things. Use people like Matt Kahn to help get your consciousness whole, to heal the holes poked in your consciousness by the events that happen in your life. And what he does is he makes sense of them so that they can heal. So it allows your mind to be able, your pineal gland, your third eye, to open. It helps your heart to be less wrapped in steel, trying to guard itself, right? And as that happens and you're receiving the information and what he's saying, I would definitely call him the heart doctor. He's the heart guru. And so this will help you to have a sense of self, to figure out who you are. Because again, all of that shit make you forget who you are. And so you will be on edge all the time because you feel lost. You don't know who you are. You don't know how to get your sense of self back. So this will help as far as teachings. Let's see, is there anything else? I think that's enough. I could keep going on and on the things that you can do to get you in your body. But know that walk-ins, body snatchers, other energies, all of that is real and it's 24/7. So another thing that you want to do, you have to do self-love practice with shadow work. So don't not use these teachers. Don't avoid the things because they're uncomfortable. You will never regain your sense of self. You will never serve an eviction notice to the energies that have hijacked you and are trying to hijack your life. So you have to use the teachers that we have been blessed with. Use these techniques so that you can find your way back to yourself. And for those of you who have went through abuse and neglect, maybe grew up in a very dysfunctional family, I would recommend you listen to Lisa Romano. She's really good at helping you identify the dysfunction, the root of that dysfunction, and how you can heal that dysfunction. So I highly recommend her for that. And using your imagination, okay? So throughout all of this, it sounds like a lot, but know that all of these things are healing elements for you to regain yourself. And your third eye has just been kissed. Peace.